I know I've found that with past friendships and relationships that sometimes just letting it go slowly and then realizing, like you mentioned, oh, it's been 5 or so years, then sometimes life just has a way of bringing you back together, and then you reminisce on all the good times that you had when you were good friends, and it's actually not that bad.
Absolutely. And in my personal life, I had a both example where I've lost contact with some of my friends for maybe 6 or 7 years, and out of nowhere, just like that, we were back together, and it seems that those 7 years never appeared. We were just like back and having fun exactly the same way that we had a decade ago. On the other hand, I had some friends. We had a lot of fun, like plenty of fun together. We lost contact for about maybe 3 or 4 years, and when we got back together, it just felt awkward. We didn't have much much to discuss. We didn't have much to say to everything else, and it felt awkward. A bit of silence while we're drinking our beer and all of that, and you're like, okay, well, that's how it is. Um, it's just there's no judgment behind it. It's just this is the way it is. Now it's just a bit awkward, so am I not gonna go again with that person?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's funny that sometimes it just happens that friendships come back together. And like you said, it's like no time has passed and you're just chatting and remembering what the old times were like or what high school used to be like or whatever it is that brought you together.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, what we're talking here is really about this is what I call uncontrolled. It's uncontrolled relationship right here when we're talking about those friendship and all of that and so on. They're uncontrolled because when you think about it, when you're in high school, you don't specially pick the people you're going to hang out with. It's actually a natural process that happens. The people you connect with, it's uncontrolled. It's completely uncontrolled. Now, you have the control side of the relationship. And this one is a lot more interesting because when you control the people you want to be with, you actually choose them, and you can choose them on very specific reason. And that's something I think we touched base on this very briefly during one of the videos. It's about the fact that you are the average of the 5 people with who you spend most of your time. So if you decide that tomorrow you want to build your business, for example, you want to surround yourself with entrepreneurs. You want to surround yourself with people that have been successful in building the businesses because you want to be impacted by what they've done. And so they're going to pull you up. You know what I mean? So here is a control relationship, and that's a bit more different. So it's about like there's you can go fully in control relationship if you want, and not having uncontrolled ones. And so when you control your relationship, you make sure that you surround yourself with people that are going to cheer you up. You make sure you surround yourself with the people that are going to challenge you, not bringing you down, but helping you to raise yourself up. So that's an interesting aspect as well to consider.
Is there any advice or tips that you'd give for people who perhaps feel as though their relationships are currently unsuccessful and everyone that they're around or family members or friends, they feel as though all of their relationships are unsuccessful or most of them are and they're not maintaining those good connections with people? What can people do about that?
They need to look at themselves. They need to look at what is happening within them that breaks all these relationship apart. You know what I mean? And in that type of situation, that's where I will tell the people you need to go seek help from professionals. You need to go seek help from professionals because you're trying to find something, you're trying to compensate something that you cannot find. Maybe you're getting too attached to an ideal that just doesn't exist, or that maybe you're too harsh on the relationship that you look for. And a very good example of this is I know many friends in their 30s, 40s, single and desperate. And it's about when I got discussion with these people, it's about the ideal that they have in their mind about what does a relationship should look like, what does my partner should look like, and everything and so on. And the problem is they're judging the book by its cover without looking at what's inside. And at the end of the day, you need to be open to meet people. You need to be open to see what's behind the thing because no one is perfect. Let's be honest, no one is perfect. Um, and it's only while you start to connect with people that you're going to be able to start to understand who they are and how much they match you. And my mom always used to tell me, the day that you find the right one, you will know, because you won't ask yourself any more questions. And I've been fortunate enough to have many relationship, many romantic relationship in my life, and have plenty of experience on that. But I've been also very fortunate to meet the right one at some point. And she was right. The day that I found the right one, I didn't ask myself any question anymore. It was a natural process, and everything was very smooth. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I would say it's really about like thinking about all these things, and just yeah, seek the advice of experts if you need to.
Awesome. Just what are your thoughts on dating apps and whether they can provide successful or unsuccessful relationships?
Uh, I love that question, because I've met my wife through a dating app. So is it successful? Well, yeah, I think it's pretty successful. Um, it's I would say that the dating app is just another way to meet people. It's I think I'm still part of that generation that when we were dating, we didn't have the app, and we are probably my generation is probably the first one that got introduced to it. So we I know the before and after, and so it's true that I can see there's a massive difference. Now the new generation, they will never know the before. For them, it's already going to come with the app already. And I think some people say, "Oh, it's not so good, it's not so fun anymore," and all of that. I would simply say it's just a different way of meeting people, and that's about it. But it's true that it was fun to go at the bar and just like you kind of hesitating for hours and hours. You need to have 2 beers, 3 beers, 4 beers before you go up the bar and talk to that beautiful girl that you see on the other side over there. Today it's a lot more different. You just go on an app and you do the thing, and that's about it. It comes with a whole other challenges and a whole lot other problems, which I don't especially want to touch base here. Um, but I think there's good things about it, and I think it's very helpful for people who are very shy, because it takes a lot of courage to go and talk to someone. So technology help with that. So I would say as long as you use it in the smart way, that's fine.
Cool. Thank you so much for all the knowledge that you've shared on successful relationships and what they can look like. And of course, it's a case by case basis with any relationship. But the most important thing being communication and just being open to talk about what's going on and what your relationship is currently looking like. Is there anything else before we end up the video that you'd like to share about successful relationships?
Yeah, I think the last point that I could add is about when you are in a romantic relationship specifically, how to keep it lasting and long is about, so like I said, it's about communication. All the time, communication, communication, communication. But also it's about doing things together, making like understand that you're part of a team. And I think it's about this. It's about like when you are in a romantic relationship, you are with someone for the rest of your life. I mean, divorce is not something that should be normal. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you got to stay with your partner if you're unhappy. That's not the point at all. I'm just saying that for me, it breaks my heart to see that many divorce happening, because it really means that people haven't set up a proper communication system between them. And I think that there's lots of things that needs to be done on a daily basis. And so little things that could be done is like being grateful on a daily basis about what your partner is doing for you. I think that's very important. Just little thing like thanks for cooking, thanks for doing the dishes, thanks for looking after the kids today, all those type of things. Even if it's getting done every single day, it feels nice to hear it. I think that's the first thing. Being supportive of your partner, having interest of what your partner is doing, it's important. Um, and doing things together. Not everything. You can have your little secret garden if you prefer, but doing as many things together as possible, I think makes a huge difference, because you connect by doing this. And so the trick part is, when you are young and you are traveling together, it's easy. But as soon as you start to have family or more things around, it could become a bit more difficult. So always remember to make time for your partner, try to get that fire again, that sparkle back again. Organize date nights, organize, you know, all those things to bring that spark again, and make the effort to seduce your partner again, just like if there was day one. I think this one is a very, very key point. Do that on a monthly basis, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel loved, and and your partner deserves to be loved as well. So update yourself with who you are, and with who the person is on the other side, and just keep on going.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That is really useful information, and definitely something to think about going into future relationships, or even now looking at current relationships. It's been awesome having you again chatting on today's video. And if anyone watching has any comments or queries or any experiences that they'd like to share, please let us know in the comments, and we can get back to you in another video. And yeah, share your thoughts. What have you thought about this video and the previous videos that we've done? We'd love to hear from you. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Bye.